Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, welcome. My name is David, Marketing Communications Manager for Graduate Apprenticeships here at Heriot-Watt. And thank you very much for taking the time to join us this afternoon. I'm just going to cover off some quick housekeeping before I hand over to Heba, who is one of the programme leads for data science. So the webinar is being recorded. All the lines are automatically muted. However, you can use the Q&A function on the right-hand side of your screens if you want to ask any questions. What we'll do then is we'll just build them up and we'll cover off any questions at the end of the presentation. So that should be pretty straightforward. Without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Heba. Heba, up to you.
Hiya, good morning. I hope you're all doing great in these difficult times. My name is Heba, and I will give you, I wouldn't say it's a brief, but it's in a scope in a nutshell about the graduate apprenticeship in data science. To start with, I would just like to introduce the team members. So the program director is Dr. Valentin Robo, and the deputy director is Dr. Joao Mota, who I think is already with us here in the webinar. And myself and Salman, we are two assistant professors who are responsible for the teaching in this program. So the program delivery, the GA program is normally a 1 day per week on campus. So the GAs, or the students who come to us, they come only 1 day. And we also expect them, if they are able, to have 4 hours per week of additional study at their workplace. And I will speak about this in more detail. Don't worry about it. If you have any questions, please, as David said, just write your questions and I can answer them after the presentation. We have every year 2 core courses. These core courses are taught on campus, and they have a little bit different structure than the work-based courses. And normally the GA program is 3 semesters covering around 42 weeks. So we have also the breaks at Christmas and the Easter and the summer. And it's a 4-year program. And at the end of this program, the GAs should have a final degree in Bachelor of Science with honors. Just to go briefly for the assessment overview, we are aware that the GAs they are not like the regular undergraduate students. So they are people who are working 4 days a week, and they come in to the university only 1 day a week. So that's why we have the assessments in a different form. And normally it's 80% of a work-based learning and only 20% of university learning. And the examples for that is, for example, for the university learning, we do some class tests. So the class test has so many forms. It can be a multiple choice questions. It can be true or false. It can be like one problem that they need to solve in class, and then they get the marks on that. For the work-based learning, this is where we are looking for the connection between what they are learning with us and what they are doing at work. So the assessments for this work-based learning is in the form of reports, presentations, and we actually ask the GAs what do they prefer and how they want to present their work. So our main thing is to have the work done and to present it in a way that they are comfortable with. During the GA program, so normally each member of us on the team is also a personal tutor for our GAs, and the job of this personal tutor is to work together with the work-based mentor and the apprentice to make sure that the apprentice is accomplishing his own goals and what he wants to achieve from this degree. So to do that, we have the quarterly review meetings. This is done for monitoring, just to check, to know more the GA, the apprentice, and also the work-based mentor, to have the knowledge also of what's the plan, what does he want to do, what's the project he's interested in. And then the personal tutor and the work-based mentor, they are the persons who are guiding him to help him achieve his goal. Normally we have at least 4 meetings per year. In the second meeting, in the second and third and fourth one, they are like progress review meetings. So we are just checking how they are doing, what have they achieved their goals that they have set up with. If not, what made them not achieve that? How can we help them to achieve their goals and so on? We recommend every GA to have like the portfolio of evidence. So they should have a portfolio with all the work and the evidence of the work they have done. And also we specify in every meeting what we are looking forward for the next meeting and what do they want to achieve, to review that in the following meeting as well. So the support that the apprentice should expect from the university, of course, the lectures, the tutorials, the mentorship, which is a very key aspect that the university is keen to do. Some supporting resources and also the feedback, which is very crucial, and the individual support and the areas for improvement. And for the work-based mentors, again, they also provide mentorship and also management and support and how to help the apprentice choose their work-based activities and also provide them some feedback and any concerns. They should discuss it also with them. In my opinion, the GA has a lot of benefits, and it has benefits to the industry and also to the university as well. But if we're talking about the industry, then I think it improves the quality of service of the industry. It helps the existing employees also to enhance their skills. It provides also some retention for the apprentices, and the apprentices also, they learn some new skills and have a different perspective from the industry. They look at their work from an academic point of view, which can be sometimes not the same as the industry, but of course the industry and the academia, they should complement each other. So the data science program outputs, or the apprentice, what he's expecting to get or to achieve from this program, of course the degree, and to reach the degree they should be able to deal with the data in so many forms. So they should be able to manage the data, to analyze the data. They should be skilled also with the protection and the ethics of the data. A key point here, I think, that that makes our program unique is the data engineering bit. So this program is provided by the School of Engineering and Physical Sciences, which is EPS. So I think this is also a plus point or a different outcome that maybe not all the apprentices in data science are expecting to have. Of course, because it's a data science, then it has to be also related to the machine learning, the artificial intelligence. So they will work with how to design and implement these machine learning algorithms and how to deal with the complex data sets as well. And we also are keen to also improve their personal qualities and their professional competencies. The program contents is mainly divided into two main streams. The first one is the mathematics and the second one is the computer science. The mathematics covers the basics of mathematics and also some statistical mathematics. And the computer science is covering all the software programs, the combination of the mathematics and the computer science will also cover the machine learning and the artificial intelligence bit. So the program structure for the first year, as I said, we have two courses. So for the first year, these are the math courses. It's mathematics 1 and 2. And all the other courses here which are all year long. We are covering, of course, the introduction to data science, where we give them an intro of what is data science and why do we need it, and how can we work with it. We have also some introduction for software development, intro to database systems, computing systems, and also we have an industrial praxis for the data science. So you can see from the first year, all of the courses are introduction courses. So we always take into account to have all the GAs on the same level, and they all have the basics to help us build on that for the next years. So for the second year, we go up a level in the math by starting to introduce the multivariate calculus and linear algebra, which will be used in the machine learning and the statistics as well. And also we start giving an intro for the data structures and the algorithms. And then they have a praxis course on that course, and also the database management system, which is like a second step for the introduction to database system. Because the data protection and ethics is a key output from this program, we also have this course, and also they have an industry project for the data science in the second year. For the third year, again, math, probability and statistics for data science. We also have the intro for the machine learning. We have engineering management, and again, this is the engineering bit that I think is a plus point in our program. We have also the intro to artificial intelligence and the projects for the data science and the statistics and machine learning. The final year, the courses are much less because it's the year where they should be busy writing their dissertation and working on it. So they have statistics and optimization, the big data management, some higher level of machine learning and artificial intelligence, like the deep learning, scalable inference, and also the data visualization analytics. So briefly, this was some of the information about the program. I hope I didn't forget anything, but if I did, if you have any questions or any inquiries, please let us know. Thank you.
Heba, thanks very much. That was great. Okay, I mean, as it happens, we have the sort of key industry sectors who would benefit from this GA program, and is it applicable for any sector and any size of business?
That's a very good question, actually, because in this year, we started this year, and our first year they have different fields. So we have people from NHS, we have people from banks, we have people from the Scottish government, we have from Bosch. So I think this is the beauty of data science, that it's applicable in any field, and that's why when we're saying about work-based learning, we might have the same assessment, but at the end, the outcome is different, or the outputs that every GA have is different because it's applicable to its own field. So we have a variety of fields that are related to the data science, because data is everywhere, and in any company and in any industry, data is always there. As long as you have a computer and you have some information, which is data, then yeah, you can be eligible for the data science.
Cool. Yeah, it's great. Thank you. There's a few questions round about kind of support in the workplace, so I'll group some of these together. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a question there about guidance on selecting mentors.
Okay.
There's a couple of related ones. I suppose I'll put that one together with the sort of guidance on selecting mentors, and so that ties in with another question about what is the main support that GAs need in the workplace. So maybe we can look at them together. Yeah.
So maybe I can go to this slide. Yeah. So first of all, about choosing the work-based mentor, we don't have any say in that. So the industry or the company who are applying for the GA, they can pick the person who they see as a fit for the apprentice to be his work-based mentor. And now in the case that we have now, we have some work-based mentors who are on the same team. as the GAs, or are they the line managers? In some cases, it's not the case. The work-based mentor is a person who doesn't work in the same group as the apprentice. So it has pros and cons. So of course, if your work-based mentor is your line manager or is someone who knows what your work is, then it can be a little bit easier for the apprentice. But still, if the work-based mentor is someone who's not very familiar with the apprentice work, it can also give him some insight about how his work can be improved and how he can take it on a further level. I hope I'm clear with that, but we don't have a say. But of course, the main thing when we want to have a work-based mentor is, of course, to have some time for the support and the management and the guidance for the apprentice. It shouldn't be a lot of time, so it's only so we meet with them 4 times a year. But of course, the support and the management will take some time, but I don't think it will be a lot of time, to be honest.
Okay, that's great, thank you. A couple of more specific ones now. So the question is, with reference to data mining and machine learning, the question is, what type of return can an employer expect to see from a candidate working on that?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, so in terms of the data mining and machine learning, I suppose I suppose the question is really getting at what is the benefit to the company? What's the benefit to the employer from working on the sort of data mining and machine learning aspects of the program?
Okay.
I know, tricky one.
The benefit for the company, it depends on what the company is working on. Sure. So it depends. The machine learning mainly is to have, when you build new data models and you want to analyze it and see if this model is working. You want to test it. You want to then analyze the outcomes and do a lot of analytics and management for the data. So I can't actually give a straight answer to that because it's different from one company to another.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I suppose kind of related to that, another question there in terms of what software or technology is used in the program.
Yeah, so normally for the software with the coding and the programming and all this, we decide what to use according to the knowledge of the GAs. So we ask first what they are familiar with, and we normally work with the package or with the program that they use at work. So for example, in the software development course this year, it was planned to be a Java, so to be using the Java, but we saw that all the GAs, they don't use Java at their workplace and they're not familiar with it. So we had to change the course and make it more compatible to their work. So, and I think it was changed to the Python. So we always make sure that what we are going to teach and what the students are going to learn is related to their work. We sometimes give them some extra stuff that we think it might help them, but when they are supposed to do any assessments or work, it has to be related to their work-based, so they should do it with the programming language that they are comfortable with and that they are using at their workplace.
Great, that's perfect, thank you. Just slight change it more in terms of the balance between sort of coursework and working. There's a couple of questions which are related. So it's really just about, maybe this may even be feedback from GAs about what are the sort of the challenges or the things they need to think about in terms of getting the right blend of experience in their workplace, but also combining that with the coursework.
Yeah, so that's also a very good question, and this is something that we always take into account. So as I said, we know that the GAs, they are working 4 days a week and they are only coming to university 1 day. We always try to have the balance between the workload from the university so that they can be able to manage that, because we know also that some of our GAs also have families, they have kids, so they also have to enjoy their life. So it's not only about studying and working. So we take this into account, and we try to make the load easy. And I think making the GA program over 2 weeks make this load a little bit less, because we have the teaching is only done in the first 2 semesters, and in the third semester it's more like projects. It's discussing any of the topics that the GAs feel that they want to learn more about. If there is anything in the first 2 semesters they didn't really get or they didn't understand, we can repeat it again and make sure that they get it. So I think the way the program is set up, it should be, the workload should not be too high, and we also take this into consideration as well.
Fantastic. Okay, that's really good. I think we've covered off pretty much all the questions, I think. One just came in.
Yeah.
So it's a question from Anthony Scott.
Yeah.
So most of the, just publish that, sorry.
Yeah.
It said, sorry. Sorry. So the point Anthony's making is most of the software that I work with that doesn't allow them to change them. Will they require admin access to them? I don't know what that means.
Sorry, say again.
This was Anthony. I don't know if Anthony can maybe clarify this question. He said most of the software that I work with at work doesn't allow them to change them. Will he require admin access to the? I suppose maybe it just comes back to maybe different types of software that get covered off in the course and maybe compared to the workplace.
Yeah, if we're requiring a software program that they don't use at their workplace, if the university have access to that, then because they are at the end they are GAs and they are Heriot-Watt students, they get access to this software anyway. But if the university already doesn't have access to this software, the way we work with this is just to have the online version, so to work on it online without needing to download it and having the approval of the administrator and all this.
Right, okay, perfect. You answered that question better than I asked it, so thank you.
No, that's fine. I hope I answered it right.
No, I think you did. I suppose one general point is, I mean, as the students, do they all get this is just a question for me, a Heriot-Watt email address and account set up?
Yes. All the GAs, they have a Heriot-Watt email, they have the access to Vision, and they have access to all the resources of the university, just as the normal undergrad students.
Perfect. Okay.
Also, some of these, sorry to interrupt you, some of these resources will be like the math gym, for example, in our new building, the Grid, which is for extra support for the math, like the well-being and also resources available to them. So they get all the resources that are available for the undergrad students.
Perfect. I think Giles just made a wee comment there in terms of moving towards free and open source software like Python.
Yeah. The software development course is working by Python, yes. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, listen, that's some question just now, but we'll just give it a wee minute because I know there is a bit of a slight time lag on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll just wait a wee second to see if we get any more questions. But that was a really good mix of questions, I felt there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I should have spoke too soon. Okay, yeah, it's just a wee kind of point. Can you explain what Vision is, just for the external?
The Vision is the Blackboard Learning used at Heriot-Watt. So it's the interface where the students have the information about all the courses that they are enrolled with, and this is the way we get into contact with our apprentices. So in every course we have the announcements. If we want to make an announcement about the course, if we have the assessment, all the details and all the work-based learning and evidence, it should be uploaded there. Yeah, so it's a Blackboard learning interface.
Perfect. Okay, that's great. What I'll do is, if there's any more questions, we just capture maybe the last couple. But in the meantime, I for for the people listening in today, thank you again for attending this afternoon. I hope that you found that useful, and in terms of the presentation and also the Q&A at the end. From my point of view, a question came up in terms of slides. So what I will say is that for MD who has dialed in and joined in anonymously, would really appreciate it if you emailed into the Graduate Apprenticeship mailbox, which is on the screen just now. So that's ga@hw.ac.uk. Please let us know that you confirm that you attend and whether you would like a recording of the session and or a copy of the slides, and we will send that over to you. And we'll do that either today or tomorrow. So as I say, just email us in and we'll get the copies of the slides over to you. So I think that's all the questions. Just a couple of things just to close off from me then, Heba. Listen, thank you again for the presentation. That was great. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And just a couple of things to flag in, just for any external people dialing in today. What we are holding, each day at 3 o'clock, we're holding a sort of drop-in clinic. If you've got any other sort of more general questions about Graduate Apprenticeships programme, one of our business relationship management team will be online. If you would like to join that any day, please just, again, email into that mailbox and we'll send you a link to that. We are holding one more webinar, which is tomorrow. It's a rescheduled software development webinar. And so that is at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, the 24th of April. So following on from today's session, if you get interested in joining the software development one, again, email us in the mailbox and we shall send you a link to join that session tomorrow. And I think that's all I wanted to say. So thanks again, Emma.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks to all the people who joined us this afternoon. And that's us. We'll close it there. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.